Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting updates. Now, let's get into it. What if the MCU's X-Men reboot brought back some of the most iconic villains from Marvel Comics? Um, Imagine the possibilities. And the X-Men have always been defined by their adversaries as much as their heroes. From Magneto's magnetic charisma to Apocalypse's ancient menace, these villains have shaped the team's legacy, with Marvel Studios taking the reins. There's a chance to reintroduce these characters in ways that honor their comic book roots while fitting seamlessly into the MCU. Magneto, for instance, is more than just a villain. He's a complex figure, a mutant revolutionary who believes in survival by any means necessary. While Fox's X-Men films gave us memorable portrayals by Ian McKellen and Michael Fassbender, the MCU could take him further, perhaps starting as a formidable foe before evolving into an easy ally. His dynamic with Professor X is the heart of the X-Men's ideological struggle, and it's a story worth revisiting. And then there's Apocalypse, a character who deserves redemption after his underwhelming debut. In X-Men Apocalypse, in the comics, he's a centuries-old mutant with ties to Marvel's cosmic lore, including the Celestials and Kang the Conqueror. The MCU could explore his rich history, making him a truly menacing force for the X-Men to face. Sabretooth, Wolverine's longtime nemesis, also needs a proper introduction. And Fox's films never quite captured his ferocity or his complicated relationship with Logan. And the MCU could delve into his backstory, including his ties to the Weapon X program and his son, Graydon Creed, who founded the anti-mutant group Friends of Humanity. It's a story ripe for exploration. Henry Peter Jurek, a government official with a deep-seated hatred for mutants, could bring a political edge to the MCU's X-Men. His actions in the comics, like suppressing Storm's powers and supporting anti-mutant initiatives, make him a compelling antagonist. In today's climate, his character feels more relevant than ever. Emma Frost, the diamond-skinned telepath, has been underserved in live-action adaptations. In the comics, she evolves from a villain to one of the X-Men's most trusted leaders. The MCU could give her the spotlight she deserves, perhaps starting as the Hellfire Club's White Queen before transitioning into a hero. Omega Red, a Soviet super soldier with carbonadium tentacles, is another villain who's yet to make a significant impact on screen. His ties to Wolverine and the Weapon X program make him a natural fit for the MCU, especially with the introduction of adamantium in Captain America, Brave New World. Onslaught, a psychic entity born from the combined rage of Professor X and Magneto, could serve as a bridge between Fox's X-Men and the MCU. His introduction could provide a fitting conclusion to the old franchise while setting the stage for the new Offense stage. And Mystique, often portrayed as Magneto's ally or Xavier's surrogate sister, needs to return to her villainous roots. That, and in the comics, she's a master manipulator with deep ties to characters like Rogue and Nightcrawler. The MCU could explore these relationships, giving her a more complex role. William Stryker, uh, the man behind the Weapon X program, could also be reimagined. Judy, uh, in um, in the comics, he's a religious zealot